sorry, that's Blinken. War criminal! Shame! Sorry, can't miss an opportunity there.
She was the first to set up encampments for Gaza in the world, and her style of protesting has inspired countless activists abroad. TRT World sat down with Hazami Barmada, who has been one of the main organizers of the anti-war movement in the US.
Through political street theater, through die-ins, through provocative visual displays, we worked really hard to bring kind of a visualization of what the media is not showing.
In only a few months, Barmada has established 2 encampments in front of the Israeli embassy and Secretary Blinken's home, and her group has disrupted Biden more than 10 times in one of his first campaign events.
Genocide, Joe! Women in Gaza are being murdered!
It was considered one of the largest presidential disruptions, I think, in U.S. history. I know we were the first encampment for Gaza in the world. Quite a few leaders of different student campuses had come down here and actually spent time with us at Blinken's before going back to their campuses and setting up. We also released a guide on how to host an encampment that we know a lot of nonprofits also circulated to different members. They copied our die-in structure, or they used the red water formula that we made.
Barmada, who is Palestinian Syrian American, says her protests have helped create a civic disobedience movement within the Biden administration.
Spill the symbolic blood of Gaza's children in front of places that are supporting the genocide of Palestinians, so including the State Department, the White House, staff entrances, Union Station. One of the moments that sticks with me the most is we were doing a die-in in front of the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and a woman just walks up to us and she said, "I used to work at the White House." And she said, "I couldn't unsee your group and I resigned."
She says her grassroots movement now counts more than 1,400 members and that anyone can become an activist.
Everybody who shows up in our group are either people who've given up their jobs or who have simply decided that they can no longer work for organizations that support genocide. Our movements are growing. More and more and more people are waking up.
Fearless, but constantly threatened, Barmada says she has been assaulted by several Zionist groups and that Instagram has repeatedly censored videos of her protests.
We have, as of today, 47 police reports, and of those, 16 arrests have been made. I've been assaulted repeatedly also by the staff of the embassy. I spent 42 days straight sleeping in the camp right behind us, day in and day out, in the coldest part of the winter. And I do have a little boy. I have a little boy who at the time was just 1 year old. My boy is now a year and a half. I was just saying, it's like a third of his life I've been protesting.
She says her group has been successful because they have clear guidelines and have studied law to know their constitutional rights.
When I was looking into the best ways to do advocacy, I actually started looking at different campaigns. For example, the AIDS campaigns heavily relied on die-ins. A lot of the segregation movement relied on sit-ins and also kind of various forms of political street theater. We don't troll people on a personal level. We keep everything focused on Israel as an entity and the government and the people that are supporting and benefiting from the war crimes. We have zero tolerance for anti-Semitism. I lost so many friends, colleagues, and people in my life when I stepped into my Palestinian identity and advocacy for human rights. But the thing that is so beautiful is that I gained a new family. I gained a community of people that I truly do consider my family.